Hey, how's everything doing? Happy Thanksgiving. This is a first for this channel. And first I want to say thank you to everybody that's watching. I want to say thank you to Pitbull number one. I want to say thank you to Lilith Fury. I want to say thank you to Cousin Cecil. Thank you to Anthony Ramirez, to Pop Culture Punk, to Ronnie M, because I always mess up your name, for all the help they've given me, all the support they've done. I couldn't do any of this stuff without any of them or without any of you, but I do a lot of toy reviews. Actually, my site is loaded with toy reviews. I have a very good relationship with Diamond Select, Bluefin, lots of companies, so I do a lot of written reviews. But a lot of people keep saying, well, you really should put some video reviews on the channel so we can actually maybe see this stuff more in video as opposed to just the pictures. Even though the pictures that I take, because it doesn't stay in the box that long. Things get open and get displayed. One of my favorite company, actually, all kidding aside toy-wise, is Diamond Select Toys. They make toys for the average collector in mind. Now, I've got some pieces from Sideshow, from Iron, from XF. These pieces are, anywhere from $800 to, in some cases, $4,000 or $5,000. Diamond Select actually makes high-quality toys for people of all ages and on all budgets. They have a line of action figures, a line of Mini-Mates, which are the little tiny things. I don't get into those. Their action figures are second to none. I do have to say that. I will be showing you some in the future. They make PVC statues, and they do make the high-quality resin statues. Resin statues and busts can be anywhere from $150 to, I've seen some go $300, $400, $500, like the big Hulk and the big Thor. They're very expensive. The big Doctor Strange is very expensive. Thanos, they're very expensive. And I have all those, but the first one I wanted to highlight is actually one of their new products, and it is a PVC. So that means you can get this for usually $50 or under. The one I am going to pick is a favorite of mine. It's Firestar. Now, a lot of people know her from, of course, the X-Men. Let's read the back of the box. When her mutant powers manifested, Angelica Jones was, I can't read with the sunglasses on, so let's take them off, was sent to live at the infamous Massachusetts Academy, where she studied under the severe tutelage of Emma Frost, aka the White Queen. Got some of her statues too. Becoming one of the original Hellions. After resigning from the Academy, Jones, now known as Firestar, enlisted as a founding member of the New Warriors, with whom she battled the forces of evil, finding many allies, including the heroic X-Men, along the way. This is not a real world, not like when they do some of the Marvel pieces that are based off of the movies. This is based off of her comic book appearance. Now, one of the reasons I wanted to pick her, while I open her up, I'll tell you. Not overly familiar with her in comics. I was not a huge X-Men reader until actually fairly recently when I started getting the omnibuses. As you can see, as I get her out here, very well packed, very well protected. I liked her from a cartoon I used to watch in the 80s, which you can now watch on Disney Plus, called Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. As Peter Parker was in college, he was still living with Aunt May, but he met Iceman and Firestar, who were fighting crime. So they hooked up. I believe it was Iron Man. It's been a minute since I watched them, because they actually had like Captain America, the Red Skull, Kraven the Hunter, Iron Man, the X-Men. A lot of good stuff in that cartoon. It was an amazing cartoon. It still holds up to this day. They all worked together. And somehow Spider-Man got top billing, but I could see that over Iceman and Firestar. No offense to Firestar and Iceman, because I have a beautiful Iceman statue I'll show you too. Not today though. And they would push the little button, and all the gimmicks would open like a bat cave, and that was the supercomputer and everything. And they had a little dog named Miss Lion, and Aunt May was, she's senile, so she never knew that she had 3 superheroes under her roof, even when she was kidnapped a few times by it was a guy that was working for Dr. Doom, Mr. Frump, I don't remember. Watch him on Disney. I believe Disney got rid of the Stan Lee narration, though. I'm not sure why. I've heard that. I haven't rewatched him on Disney. I was fortunate enough to buy the Region 2 DVD set years ago when my son was kind of starting to first show interest in superheroes. But anyway, I digest. That's how I pretty much know Firestar. Now, as you can see, I'm holding her up. She's very lightweight. And she looks really good. She's done with the old school, and she looked this way in the cartoon. The little fancy fire mask. Her base is, of course, fire, because she uses fire to fly. She shoots it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on the turntable so we can get everybody a look at it, get a nice quick look up close. But first, I want to show you a little bit of what Diamond Select has to offer. All right, here you go. Here she is in all her glory. There is Firestar from Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. Let's take a look first at her hair. I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit here. Like I said, this is a comic accurate and cartoon accurate, not a real world. So you can notice her hair, even though it's etched and designed to show like it's flowing hair, it's still sleeker, still smooth like you would see her appearance in a comic book or a television show. There's her mask that I was talking about. It's got the really nice, it's your like Robin would wear, so to speak. Only hers is that orangish red. You can see her eyes underneath, and the tips of it are done like fire. Moving on, you can see she's wearing the classic red, orange, and yellow outfit, and she's shooting the blast of fire from this hand. She's actually shooting it from both of her hands. I really like how that looks. It's done, very well. It almost looks like blown glass, orange and red. Coming off. This one is going to be behind her. Pay no attention to the movies behind her. Moving down to the rest of the outfit, you can see it's the yellow gold. It's kind of like a yellow, gold, red, orange, like fire. They did a really nice job of the muscle sculpting on the body, as you notice, and it looks odd because I'm saying as I'm showing her chest. You can see the rib area is fully outlined. You can see her biceps and her arms. They're all outlined where the real body parts would be. You can see line work done in the abdomen area because to show off her ab muscles, no doubt. There's her legs. I like how when the outfit comes down, excuse me. Yes, this table that I'm using is actually a Street Fighter cabinet. You can see the way the outfit is designed. Excuse me, got a lot of junk in my throat. Apologize. It's done to look like fire. So from her thighs down and up, it's set off by like a little fire design. And there, as we go to the base, you can see that the fire is how she flies, because that's how she did in the comic books and in the cartoon. So it's got her almost rising up. The fire that they did for the base, it's highlighted in a little white mold, which I'm sure was just basically for balance. But you can see how nice it looks. Like there's the yellows, the oranges, the reds, all in the fire. It's blown up. It almost has a glass-like look. I'm going to spin this around so you guys can get a nice 360 view of it. Okay, there we go. We've got her spinning on her little perch here. Yeah, I've got to say, I'll zoom in a little bit. Very accurate. If you notice like her hair, it's designed to look like it's blowing behind her head, so to speak, giving you that impression that she's flying. You can see the calf muscles and everything designed as she's etched in. This thing really does have a good 3D look and feel about it. I mean, you can see everything is molded as she spins. It almost looks like it would in a comic. And there's that base I was talking about. Somehow she is able to use her fire to fly. Iceman uses his ice. Luckily, they stayed apart so they never would melt each other. I never really got into that. But you can see how she's done where the fire is raising up from the base, and she's got both of her legs planted on it. So she's actually sticking out, which is pretty neat the way they've done it. If I can get a zoom in here, you can see the fire goes kind of every which way, like a real fire would. Nothing too fancy or elaborate. Not enough to take anything away from the base, but enough to really add to it. I mean, it's a really good looking base design. As I move back up again here, you can see the fire coming from her hands. It's all done really well, the way they blend the colors in. And I think what makes it even better is the color is done, well, of course, like real fire with the yellows, reds, and oranges. Exactly like her costume, her hair with the yellows, reds, and oranges. You can even see the hints of yellow shading done in her hair. And I think that makes it actually really nice because it all blends together. I mean, you get not only is she wearing her fire costume, so to speak, but she uses fire to not only fly, but to fight the bad guys. Like I said, Diamond Select Toys does a really nice job with these. As I kind of move it around here. They're for the budget, I said. And I don't mean like they're for the budget like, they're cheap or anything. They're just for the common person to afford. I mean, this is a piece you can probably pick up for under $50 or right there around. You know, things do, much like in the world of everything, things go out of print. So I do recommend getting these as soon as you can. I'm going to have a link in the description of a place to order it from. This is one, if you're a collector of toys, this is definitely one to add because they've done a few more of the obscure ones. I mean, they've done a Cloak and Dagger, which is really nice. Dazzler, which is a dream come true because I like Dazzler. As I stand here, you know, I can see my Iceman, Old Man Logan, Sabretooth Hulk, a lot of neat ones to show you. I mean, I've got enough to show you for years to come. So I hope you like this so I can keep doing them. But let's get a little final thought, a little say goodbye. This is Firestar. I really hope you like it. I really would recommend picking this one up. All right, there you have it. That was Firestar. Here she is again. I'm still holding her. I kept her. The review for I've done a nice written review. The link for that is going to be in the description. A link to buy it. You know, Entertainment Earth is a company I really recommend. The packaging is top notch. You can buy direct from Diamond Select. You can get these on Amazon. Visit your local comic shop. Your local comic shop should stock Diamond Select statues. They're very popular. If they don't, they can certainly order them for you. This is a piece I recommend. I have her next to a Spider-Man and to a big Iceman. I need to get a big resin Spider-Man. If you're listening, make a big resin Spider-Man. Because I've got this big resin, almost glass-looking Iceman. And because it's mostly bridge that he's on, she looks good next to him. We need a big, good-looking Spider-Man to go next to it. And why don't we just make another Iceman, too? Let's make a trio where they all connect. Because, you know, there are some that the bases connect to make a bigger diorama. I want to thank you for watching. This is the first one of these I've done. I promise they'll get better because I'm just learning what I'm doing when it comes to these. I want to thank you for watching the Barbed Wire Bite with Pitbull 1, RTE with Cousin Cecil and myself, The Harbingers of Horror, which is a huge runaway success with the lovely Lilith Fury, slasher episode this week, video game rewind that people are watching, the retro games. It doesn't really have a name. Punisher is going on now because, you know, I'm a superhero junkie. Statues, we're going to have some comic reviews, some omnibus reviews. We're going to have a lot more coming up because I never really paid any attention to this channel and I just kind of throw shit up on it randomly. But over the last several months, I have actually started to take an interest of it with the webpage, and it's growing a lot faster than I thought. I want to thank everybody for that. So please, if you like this and if you like Firestar, hit the like, hit the subscribe, tell your friends about it, continue to watch. Hope you enjoyed this, and I'm going to have more of these coming soon.